Par Save Productions is back with the conclusion of the second semifinal here at Maiden Shade. Again, we got a great group of guys, and they're going to make this interesting coming into the finals here with Terry with the lead by 3, and Jared and Luke are going to be trying to play off for that second spot, and K-Rob, he's not going to let him take it either.
Yeah, this is anybody's game here.
Yeah, we're coming into hole 15. This is a par 4, 540 feet. We have the river along to our right side there. And this added OB, this is new. This is a bunker, and I believe they're playing an OB we did for the tournament for Maiden Shade. Makes it interesting. Do you go for it? Do you not go for it? Do you just get your easy 3 and move on? I think Terry is just trying to throw a buzz almost, or something a little slower off the tee.
Yeah, I haven't played this course in a year, and I didn't know about this new sand traps. That's surprising to me. That's really, that's such a good additive to the course. You know, these par 4s can be a little easier, but with that extra is great. I love seeing stuff like that.
And I believe it's right at that kind of 400, 420 range, so it is definitely in their range to hit it. Jared, he's pushing it, and he's kind of in that peninsula. Wow, and he will have a putt for his eagle, and he needs it right now. Especially if he's trying to catch Terry, or even just get the lead here on Meg.
What control to throw at that OB bunker, because as you see here, the play is left. I play left.
And he did the same thing during our round for Maiden Shade. I mean, that's his play. He can get a little too far Annie there too and go in the river. I've seen that happen. You see that it opens up right there. It's pretty easy to get in the river there if it turns over too hard.
Yeah, I suspect K-Rob will go play left as well here. You don't need to bite off too much distance on the tee.
And he may be pushing this bunker. Don't do it. No. Again, I don't know if they played it OB for this. We did play it for our tournament. So we'll see what happens when we get up to his lie.
Yeah, and this is kind of the prime spot in my opinion. I try to leak left here like Terry did. This is makes it a pretty easy open up shot from here.
I believe that's just one of his zones. He loves that disc. Here's a little tester, about 20, 25 feet. Meg, more of a pure backhand player. And it looks like he's putting this right underneath the basket.
Made it look very easy.
Yes, he did. And I can't tell where he's stepping here, again, if this is OB or not. A little short, but again, well within his range, maybe 18, 20 feet.
Yeah.
Let's see if Jared can make some fireworks. Yeah, this would be awesome.
He needs this.
There's that little throw putt again. Let's go, dude. Run it in. Let's go.
He knows it's close. That is such a big shot.
Wow. Replay here brought to us by Prodigy Disc. Money. Again, no wobble.
Yeah, he has that like slow throw that he has. He looks at the basket the whole time. His back leg comes up, and it's so smooth to watch. And as you can tell, he's got it dialed in.
Yeah, he's jacked. He knew he needed it. Coming over the wire. Lucas was parked. Getting some high fives. Again, good competitors here. They're all cheering each other on.
After seeing that, Terry's got to make this putt to get the birdie. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, Terry's just got such a solid putt from inside the circle. Always looks the same.
Looks like the wind has also died down a little bit from earlier coverage. And these holes can be pretty tricky because the wind definitely picks up out here.
Yep, K-Rob also hitting a nice little tester. You can see that the tree's just shaking.
Wow, it's not very often you get to see an eagle on one of these par 4s.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of those superstar frames.
Wow.
I believe, unless K-Rob's getting the OB struck, I believe it'll be a superstar frame here. Just a rip.
And the thing about Jared, too, is that he doesn't have a ton of distance, and it did look like it was OB.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the OB if it wasn't to the right a little bit. And K-Rob did get his bogey there,
Yep.
as that sand trap was OB. And it's another one of those tricky par fours. I've seen people get it to this hole, but that tree line on the right side, you do not want to be in that at all. It is so nasty. Again, the river is out to the side of that even, but I've never seen anybody get through these trees to the river. It's so thick.
Yeah, you're right. That right side is very tough to get through, and it's kind of the same play as the previous hole. You just want to dump left and have a good wide open look to your upshot.
Yeah, there's a road to the left, dirt road. They don't play at OB. It does kind of get on top of the next, or one of the holes coming back. But again, so it is the play just to finish left. As you can see, Jared put himself in a tough position there. And you might have got lucky. It looked like those trees that he was near didn't have quite as much cabbage on them.
A sidearm from Terry.
I guess he's just going to play this easy 420 plus sidearm. I don't
Wow.
know. Or maybe 500 plus sidearm. I guess he didn't know he had that in the bag.
Yeah, Terry, I know he has been working on his sidearm a lot during the off season, and it's nice to see it come out in coverage like this.
Yeah, it was a very smooth shot. I think Meg's playing kind of a safer play. Probably could have given a little bit straighter shot as he's getting close to that water there. There's a little pond on hole 20 as we come back towards the end of the round.
And again, that pathway left is not OB, and you can land on it. It just plays as casual. But you're right, he is quite a bit left there.
K-Rob's on a nice smooth shot. This is more what you're looking for with that finish to the left, but a lot straighter than Meg's got.
And Meg may not be able to see the basket from here because it's on a hill. There's a bit of a hump where that road is, and the basket's down away from it.
And anytime you can't see where you're trying to throw to, your depth perception is a little bit tougher. But not for Meg, I guess.
Wow. Looks like he got on his tiptoes, could probably just see the top, and just puts it right underneath.
I guess he wasn't listening to us when we said it was a tough upshot. And Jared trying to give himself something out of these trees, and he might be just on the edge enough to get up and down. Oh, he's working here for this one, but the putt. That was a great upshot.
What a scramble play by Jared. That little step out, Annie. A forehand from K-Rob.
Yeah, I believe this is one of his zones again. Oh, he's calling for it, and we questioned the upshot, but that was money. He's been practicing that, I guess. And here's one of those throw putts from Terry, but couldn't quite put it in. Probably was on line from his angle.
This would be quite a save from Jared. Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And that should solidify these guys all getting their threes on this hole, which is, again, kind of a soft par 4, but you can get in a lot of trouble pretty quick if you're not careful.
And with the wind, too, coming off that field to the left, can push your disc into those trees on the right-hand side, which, as you saw, Jared had to struggle to get up here.
Yep, absolutely.
And a beautiful picturesque green there with the river in the background.
Yeah, there's that smooth forehand from Terry. I bet that went 450. That was just so easy, it looked like.
Minimal effort.
And again, these guys are coming onto the wire. Jared with a stroke over Meg. Terry with the outright lead. And we got K-Rob trying to make a push. He's a few strokes back, though. He's going to have such a tough time doing that with only 4 holes left.
Yeah.
So we get to hole 17. Another one of those par 4s. We have 3 of these in a row. This is 560 feet. It is possible to get to this one, but it is a lot of distance. I don't know if it's slightly uphill or not, but it definitely feels a little bit further than the last 2.
And the basket is kind of on a slanted green from left to right.
Yep, so it makes the upshot a little tricky. There's always wind out here in this open area as well too, so it's very easy to have a tough winded putt. And Jared might have a jumper at this again, about the same distance, maybe a little further.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of danger on this hole. It's more showing off your skill of can you throw the big drive and can you throw a great upshot.
Yeah. And Terry probably has the distance to give himself a chance of getting all the way to this one. Not sure if he needs to right now with his easy lead that he has on everybody else. Not quite as far as Jared, but he's still got almost that kind of half jumper look, similar to his last upshot.
Meg. Known for his control, he's going to probably put it right in the middle.
Yep. Kind of like me, just doesn't quite have that distance like Jared and Terry do. So you play the smart shots. You know when to go for it, when not to. That's just nice and smooth.
I believe this is a shrike from K-Rob here.
Yes, he gets some good glide out of these discs. Little nose up. I don't quite got as much distance as he wanted, but should be a pretty easy up and down. Anytime you hit the cameraman, it's a good shot.
Yep, the catch cam. You see him turning, you know you're looking pretty good.
Yep. He's up there. He's up there close to where Terry and Jared got even.
Almost looks like a rhino that Meg is throwing here.
And there must have been a hard left-right wind the way he put that up, and it didn't get much glide, so it must have been pushing down the whole time.
And that is a bite. Oh!
A bite or a sonic? I'm pretty sure it's a sonic.
Sonic, yes, you're right. You're right. It is a sonic.
That would have been a much-needed firework there from K-Rob.
Yeah, he throws that sonic so well, and I think you're right about that left to right. You see there's this just not even hyzering, just going dead straight.
He's leaning for it. Oh, and he's going to have a tough putt back again. This little tricky green. Jared with that half throw. He wanted that.
Terry just laying up, making it, just trying to coast his way to the finals here.
Yeah, you don't need anything silly to happen. Hit the basket and roll away like K-Rob's. But K-Rob needs this putt right now. He's already trailing.
Wow.
Solid. Solid. If you haven't been watching the quarterfinals, you will see him hit a lot of putts like that.
Yeah, I feel the circle 2 range and in, K-Rob doesn't miss. He
No.
seems to just have it dialed in so well.
Yep, solid putt there from Meg. And he's a stroke down now on Jared, so he needs to make something up in these last few holes.
Staring down that putt. It'll catch Terry, don't worry. Jerry cleaning up. To finish off the par 4s there. There's that shrike. He just gets such good angle control. Really cool to see.
Very good pop. Again, K-Rob needs to get a few strokes. There's only, 4 holes left now?
I believe so, yes.
And they're all very birdieable. A couple shorter ones. This is a little tricky hole here, I feel like.
Yeah, the next few kind of play pretty identical. You have that little pond in the middle. I prefer the sidearm on this one because there's less foliage on the trees that are sticking out, and on the right side there's a little bit more. But it's a pretty straightforward hole. You can see the basket from the tee pad. Nobody really goes up the gut. It'd be kind of cool to see if one of these guys did it, but they're all going to probably throw something overstable.
And sometimes it depends on the wind, what you want to do. I think Jared was expecting that to get some lift because, as we said earlier, we thought that wind was coming. Now it would be right to left for these guys. But it looked like his sank pretty quick. There's Terry. He's dancing a little bit in the wind. And that was perfect.
Yep. That's exactly what you want to do. Because these holes, the wind plays a major factor. Because you're out in the open. And it looks like it's getting towards dusk. So it might be dying down a little bit. But the wind is absolutely playing a factor right now.
Yeah, but at only 237 feet, you really want to get this hole. But it is a little tricky, a little downhill slope if you get past the hole too far. So you really got to be precise with this drive. You see, that's just a zone there. You don't need a ton of distance.
Making this hole look pretty easy.
I guess so. I think Jared's the only one that's going to have to hit a putt here. And with his one-stroke lead on Meg, this is a big putt.
Yeah, I'd love to see Jared get this. Maybe he has some tailwind right now.
So if he's outside the circle, he's jumping it. And he gave it a chance. I think he's going to be putting back, though. It's one of those situations where, yep, you're up again, bud.
Yeah, I think he was expecting that disc to drop with that tailwind. I think he put it in the spot he wanted to. It just didn't get that drop he was looking for.
Little high putt there, but again, you jam it in there. Usually it's going to stick. Give a little bit extra spin there. And the rest of these guys should be tapping in for their birdies, which means we're going to have a tie there at second place with only 2 of these competitors moving on. These last 3 holes are going to be defining the rest of the round. Karab with a little trick shot there.
Yeah, he usually gets that. I'm surprised he missed that little punt up. And he doesn't do it out of frustration. He actually does a trick shot even if he's shredding. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, he likes to have fun out there. And we'll take our chance here to thank our sponsors. We've got Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, League Safe, OTB Disc, MVP Disc, and Prodigy Disc. We appreciate you guys making this possible for all of us competitors to have something to do during COVID. The tournaments were very minimal or not happening at all. And we're coming into hole 19 here. This is probably about 380 feet or so. Can play like 400 depending on what the wind's doing that day. And again, with these guys having that right to left, maybe even slightly tailwind with all those discs dropped on the last hole. This is going to be one of those tricky greens as well too, with that slight elevation there, slight little bump that it's on.
Yeah, and this hole I believe plays further than the 337 that we're seeing there.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely plays further than 337. But Terry making it look easy with that forehand again. He just went past the hole.
And I believe Meg is throwing a PD2 here. The basket's up on this hump as well, which doesn't help the upshots or the putts. As Meg looks like, oof.
If you can get it onto the hump, it makes this hole a lot easier.
Yeah. Kara may be thinking ace run here.
Yeah, trying to get a feel for the wind even. That keeps its air under it. It has a chance. Maybe even too much air. He gave it a chance. I think you're right. I think he was going for that.
Jared, knowing Meg is parked up right now, needs to get this close.
Yep, right up on the hill. Those should be 2 pretty easy birdies, and Terry and Kate are going to have tougher putts.
Terry's checking the wind. I think he's going to have a little bit of a left to right for him. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think it was outside.
He doesn't need it, but he'll take it.
Everybody's testing the wind.
Yeah, it's a good hole to test the wind on.
Yeah, no kidding.
That little bump that this basket's on.
Kirill looks like his back foot's going to be on the little path there.
Again, that pre-shot routine, guys.
I knew it was going in.
Easy money for him.
Yep. Meg, not with an easy putt here. Basket plays a little uphill. Good putt.
Might have been a little scary. Kind of was going towards that pocket. But you did what you want to do. You put it up in the chains, and you expect him to catch it. And it almost slid out.
That was a last chainer right there. That was grabbing on.
That was big. Again, these guys are tied here with only a couple holes left. Star frame.
Whew. That one is a good one to get a star frame on. It's one of the more difficult one of these par threes.
Yeah, with these last 4 finishing holes, this is definitely probably one of the tougher of those 4. So again, Terry 15 down, Jared and Meg at 12 down, and Karab at 9 down. This next hole is fairly simple, fairly straightforward, but with a little bit of wind, it gets very tricky. At only a couple hundred feet, if that, just getting over this water, this little pond is a premium for sure. And most people will probably be throwing forehand if they have it, but I definitely see a backhand, so even a hyzer will play around that last tree. It's just a little trickier to be pinpoint accurate.
Yeah, you're right. With that hyzer line, it is there, but it's difficult to hit.
That's it.
Terry a bit wide.
And I don't believe they're playing the road OB, just like we weren't playing on the other holes. So going long is not a problem, other than having a tricky putt back.
Meg's thinking which way to go right now.
And that wind must be playing very favorable for a forehand because he doesn't typically throw many forehands. Looking pretty good. I mean, he got a little air under it, but well within his range at about 22 feet there.
Here, Rob looks like he's opting to go the straight at it shot. Little turnover.
It's that mid-range he's been throwing a lot of during this round. And because he threw the mid, it was okay that it was turning a little hard. He's able to still get that distance, and he should be the closest so far.
Jared even opting for the sidearm. Oh, wow.
That would have been big with only 2 holes left.
They got some putts to hit here, that's for sure.
Yep. Again, the top 2 advance to the finals of the Par Save Championship, which will be played at the famous Blue Ribbon Pines.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see that. Which competitors will go through. Oh, as we get a little nickel hit there.
Yeah, good little putt there by Terry. He was trying to go for it.
Yeah, he'll be kind of coasting into the finals here at this point.
Yeah, I think his spot's pretty much guaranteed at this point. But Meg here needs this putt with Jared a little bit closer.
Really taking his time. Getting a feel for the wind.
Solid. A lot of action there on those chains, but that was a solid putt. Put it right where he needed to.
Yeah, that is really good to hit. Jared's over there. He's flipping his disc in the air. He's taking in the scenery. I like it.
Yeah, Jared's just got a great attitude on the course. Not much really bothers him.
Should be tapping out here as well with his birdie. Oh, yeah.
Yep, that away. Terry, the only one there getting a par. But again, he didn't need that birdie there. He's doing just fine. He's going to be walking his way into the finals already. There's a rare forehand there by Meg. Make sure that that got documented.
Yeah. Ooh, we got a battle. 2 people tied. This is anybody's game. I'm very, very excited for these last couple holes.
Yeah, and this last hole here, hole 21 is not very far. It's about 220 feet. So it'll be a very interesting shot here we'll be finishing on.
Yeah, it definitely plays like the ones previous as well. You know, just trying to get up there, get yourself a putt. The green is a little left to right on this one as well, so you got to be weary of that.
Yep, and Meg here off the box to start. And he can put the pressure on Jared. There's a little bit of a shelf that this hole is on, a little ridge that falls off to the left. And again, that road to the right is not OB. So not much danger. Just try to get as close as you can. And that's pretty close. You probably have about 15 to 18 feet. Definitely not a gimme. And we got K-Rob going lefty on us.
I would love to see an opposite hand ace.
I think you went too stable.
Hey, Rob, having some fun.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's his last time he's on video now for the Par Save Championship, so he's got to make the best of it. And Jared with Meg pretty close, trying to do something about the same, and probably very similar. A little flatter putt, but about that 15 to 18 foot putt.
I think these competitors are into a headwind right now.
Terry just throwing up that zone, getting pretty close.
Easy peasy for Terry.
I wouldn't be surprised to see K-Rob hit this one either here. Just didn't quite fall back on him at the end. And big putt here by Meg. Knows he needs this. Jared just as close, if not closer.
Yeah, and those P2s are stable putters, so hopefully this wind doesn't affect his putt too much.
And his putt's been solid all round. That was dead center. Yep, he's just been solid all around on the putting green, I feel like. God, he's getting those weird ones, though. That one got the back end of that basket again.
They're hitting so well, right side, coming down, and they're just cutting through those chains like butter. It's pretty interesting to see that.
Those are those pockets we were talking about earlier. Just you can get a lot of action on these chains.
Yeah, the Disc King's chains are a little on the light side.
Yeah, Terry, easy work. He's been playing. He played a solid round today. He definitely deserves to move on to the finals.
Absolutely.
Jared, not much left here, about 14, 15 feet.
There we go. We got playoffs.
We got playoffs. You heard it right there. Who doesn't like some playoffs?
Little extra coverage.
K-Rob formality here, putting out. He's been playing a good round. He's had a lot of fun. Played very well at Cedar Creek as well, too. So thank you for coming out and competing, K-Rob.
Yeah, awesome to see you shred those courses, bang some huge putts. Really, really cool, K-Rob.
Yeah, his putt's been solid. So, again, Terry moving on to the finals at BRP. Chance to win $700 to the winner. And we got Jared Johnson and Lucas Hegna will be going into a playoff here, I guess, sudden death. We'll see how many holes they end up having to play for this, but we're starting here on hole 1 back at the start. Again, this just should be an easy little backhand hyzer hole for these guys. Hopefully just throwing a putter or maybe a slower mid-range.
Yeah, and again, this basket is tucked pretty good, and you kind of got to be careful about ending too far right into those bushes. Those things can get a little tricky if you do land into them.
And there's that little drift that you don't want to see when you're throwing off this tee.
He got a good, favorable kick to the left side of those bushes, which is nice.
Yep, you should have something to work with. Meg's on off this hyzer a little bit.
Yeah, so he has a tester.
Yep, getting close to about 22 feet or so here.
The screen is pretty shielded, so wind won't be as much of a factor as it was in those open holes here.
He's looking right into the sun as the sun's coming down here on the end of the day. All day Meg. Man, it's so solid.
Oh, wow, you can cut the tension with a knife. It's so cool to see this playoff going on right now.
Yeah, and him and Jared are really good friends, so they're rooting for each other for sure. Jared, solid putt there. Not easy.
Whew. Wow, those putts, your heart, I'm sure, is racing as you step up to them. You know, going into a playoff, you and I have both been there, Ben. You're just like, just get it into the basket. Just go through your motions. You know you can do it.
Oh, we've all been just earning for this lately because we have not had tournaments to play. So this is fun to get back into the competition and feel those jitters again, feel that nervousness.
Mm-hmm. And the classic birdhouse hole. At birdhouse, always you're thinking about it all the time. The play is just a little forehand right just to the left of that birdhouse, a little high of it, and usually can sit right up. At Jared, I could definitely see throwing a backhand turnover with a putter, but depending on the wind, oh yeah, I guessed it.
I feel like both these guys would probably been throwing that backhand putter shot. A little wider on the left. Hopefully it doesn't hit too much. And that can be trouble. There's some bushes back there. There's a couple trees to deal with. Hopefully he's got something there that gives him a putt. And is Meg going to a forehand here?
Yeah, it looks like he's going just as he did in the first time he played this hole today. With that forehand play with some sort of driver of sorts.
Yeah, he threw it very well a couple times today that we have seen him throw forehand. Very simple. Doesn't try to do too much. And that's about 15 feet or so. So he's feeling really good about his chances at hitting that putt. Jared's got a little bit tougher of a shot here. He's probably circle's edge. If he's outside the circle, I know he will jump, so we will find out that very quick. And he was just inside the circle, very likely. Just a little short. He had the line. He kind of knew it. You could see him hoping for it at the end. But it started to fall out on him. And Meg is probably going to be tapping this in to finish this round off, but he will go through his routine. He's very good about that.
Yeah, you even on a putt that looks this short, still, and he cashes it.
Let's go. So again, good battle between these two friends and competitors. But Lucas Hegna will be moving on with Terry Rothlisberger to the finals.
Yeah, great battle, Jared.
So
holy cow.
That will be our finals. We got Terry Rothlisberger, Lucas Hegna, KLA Visca, and T3J, Timothy Johnson. So that'll be a great battle. Hope you guys come back to watch us out at the famous BRP, Blue Ribbon Pines. Again, this is a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it again, Derek. Ben Kroll here signing off.
Derek Sahr signing off as well. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Come on back.